For those of you who don't know me, my name's Tony Gallo. I'm the president of Lorain County Chamber of Commerce, and I'm also the board chair for NOACC last year. We've been here at Kalahari the last several years. It's been a great place for us. We want to thank Kalahari for obviously welcoming us and doing such a good job. We also want to thank Steve Petty and Matt, who's always here with us from New Age Media. They do a great job. If you get a chance, go on NOACC, our website, and check out NOACC TV. We basically highlight and podcast all of the meetings that we do have. For those who are unable to make the meeting, either in the fall or in the spring, you're actually able to catch up, get to listen to me, get to see which tie I have on, and basically take your time to find out what's going on in the NOACC world. We have 30 chambers here represented here today. We want to thank everybody from coming all over the state to be here. I know that there are some familiar faces, there are some new faces. Of course, I've only been here for a few minutes, but I always am glad to see the faces that I recognize, and if I don't get a chance to come up to you to introduce myself, be sure to stop by the front table here and say hi to me. We also want to thank University Comp Care, who sponsored our $25 gift card today, right? You're going to get that on your way out, I believe. No, they already have them? All right, wasn't sure. $25 buys you more gas this year than last year. That's a good thing. I also want to take the time to introduce the rest of our NOACC board. Cindy Caldwell, secretary from the Beechwood Chamber. She's got the green Save Local Now t-shirt on. I need to get myself one of those. June Stahlnecker, she's our treasurer from Towpath Chamber. We also have Shirley Workman, vice president from Springfield Lakemore Chamber. Jerry Vespoli from Springfield Township Chamber of Commerce as well too. So thanks. They do a lot of work on behalf of you at NOACC. You know Vicki. Vicki's going to be up here in a minute, so I won't introduce Vicki. But they volunteer their time, talent, and you don't realize how many meetings we actually have on behalf of the 125 chambers of NOACC. We do our best to make sure that we are looking out for your best interest over the course of the year. I also want to introduce Anthem Blue Cross, Laura Ostrander and Don Knife, who are in the house again too, Don and Laura. FedEx Partnership, Alex and Leah. Oh, yeah, somebody just waved to me. So, University Comp Care, Ann Grutner, and I believe she's going to come up and give a short message. You want to come up now, Ann? Oh, I'm sorry, Benefits One. I didn't see those. You must have updated since I got this last working one. So Benefits One group as well too. Peter Young. How you doing, Peter? Sorry, I left you off. It's called Working Without a Script. And Community Energy. That's another one. Yeah, we welcome them as well. Anybody else out there? Okay. Now, Ann, would you like to come up?
Hello, how is everybody today? I'm Ann and I'm from University Hospitals Comp Care. And what is University Hospitals Comp Care? We're a managed care organization, an MCO, and we were established in 1997, and we are the only hospital-based MCO in Northeast Ohio. Our services are many, and they include customer service, which includes training and education for the employer or the employee. We have medical case management, and all our case managers are certified case managers as well as RNs. We have billing providers, and what's unique about University Hospitals Comp Care is that we have a team approach. Each employer is assigned one account representative, one certified case manager, and one billing representative. So you know who to go to if you have a question. And they are responsible for knowing your claims and what's going on in your claims if you have any. Hopefully you won't. And again, we customize our service to meet the employer's needs. And we are willing to just do anything for the employer to ensure that their claims are contained and the costs are contained also. And basically, we offer excellent service, and not probably, I work for them. We are the best MCO in Ohio. And with that, Tony.
Thanks, Ann. You should have received a copy of the minutes in your in the packet, in the white packet that you got when you walked in here. I'd like to actually approve those minutes unless you see a correction that needs to be made with them. If there are no corrections, we'll just go ahead and approve them. Seeing none, consider them approved. Also, there should be a treasurer's report in there too. You can see within that treasurer's report that we gave out around $50,000 again this last year, distributed to the chambers throughout the NOACC world. That money came in from our Anthem Benefits One group, Independence Business Supply, and FedEx agreements. These programs help your members save money, and we return the money that we actually get back to the chambers that actually participate in those groups. So it's a win-win situation. Obviously, things have changed over the years with what has been happening as far as dollars coming in here, but we have been great about giving as much money away as we can to the chambers to actually help them continue with their program of work locally too. And remember, they actually make your chamber more valuable and hopefully help you get more members to join your chamber and stay with your chamber. We have new business here. We need to accept the Brimfield Area Chamber as a NOACC member. Okay. All right. So I guess I'd like to see somebody make that motion. Anybody? All right. Where is Brimfield, Vicki?
Well, I was going to say, who's the chamber that knows now? They're actually a little bit outside of Kent. Their address is in Kent, Ohio. So that whole big road, yeah, so you know where Brimfield is. It's down your way. I don't know. We're about 20 minutes south of Kent. Hour and a half.
All right. Well, we all. If I guess we'll have a vote now. All in favor of accepting Brimfield, wherever they're located? Anybody opposed? All right, welcome Brimfield. With that, we're going to introduce Vicki Hawk. She's the...
Oh, I do have a slide.
Oh, look at there.
I must have done it in my sleep.
All right, let's give a round of applause for Vicki.
Thank you. Wow, I'm better than I thought. Okay. We have a few presentations to make today. So I am going to go through my report and then ask the particular vendor to come forward and do their presentation within my presentation to make it easier for all of us. There's so much information and you guys do so much. I like to make it as simple as I can. So again, thank you everyone for attending. We have a few no-shows, but pretty much you did a great job this morning. Sun's shining. It's wonderful to see you here. We again want to especially thank our sponsor, University Hospitals CommCare. We work with them on an ongoing basis, but many of you understand how that program works, and so they only have an open enrollment like every other year. So last year was the open enrollment, this year is non-enrollment time. But your businesses, especially new ones, could select them as their MCO. So keep that in mind, and that's another reason why we do ask them to come here, because of that information. And the $25 gas card helps a little bit. If for some reason the card you've received does not fit your area, just let me know. We can switch it out, or I might have to send you a check for it. Either way, it's hard to figure out what gas station works for everybody. We try. All right, so I want to ask Don Knife from Anthem if he would like to make any comments. And while he's coming up here, let me talk a little bit about Anthem. We are currently working on the Chamber Marketing Fund distribution for this year. We had to make some adjustments. There's been some adjustments along the way and internally, but you will be getting that information relatively soon, and the packets will be due probably by the end of May would be the most logical thing. We did this last year too, and then money will be distributed by the end of June. And with that, let me have Don finish. Come on forward, Don Knife. You know Don Knife. He's been around for a long time. Thank you. Almost as long as me, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Vicki. Thanks, Tony. Thank you, NOACC, and thank you, all the chambers. People ask me periodically if Anthem is getting out of the chamber business with healthcare reform coming on. The answer to that is no. We are continuing on with the chamber program. We feel that it's as strong as ever. We've just completed the second open enrollment period here under healthcare reform the last couple of months, and we've done well. There was a feeling, I believe, on the part of the marketplace that a lot of these smaller companies would abolish their plans and terminate their plans and send all of their employees to individual coverage. We don't really see that happening. As a member of NOACC, as a member of one of the chambers, you have access to discounts with us. The health plans for small group, 2 to 50 employees, the discount is 1.4%. If you're a group of 51 to 250, the discount is 1%. That 1% discount doesn't seem like a lot, but on those size groups, it's a significant amount of dollars. For dental coverage, our dental prime and complete plans, for group sizes of 2 to 99, the discount is 4%. For group sizes of 100 to 499, the discount is 2%. For Smart Access Dental Program, 2 to 50 employees, the discount is 4%. For our full-service Blue View Vision plans, for groups of 2 to 499, the discount is 15%. For Life, STD, and LTD, for groups of 2 to 9, the discount is 5%. For Life, STD, and LTD, for groups of 10 to 499, the discount is 10%. These are significant discounts that are available to you as a chamber member in the marketplace. We urge you to use these discounts and these plans and the cost reductions on these plans to attract membership to your chambers. One thing else I wanted to mention was about Life Health Online. Life Health Online is up and running right now and has been for a while. If you're an Anthem member, you can use Life Health Online for the cost of your copayment, whatever your doctor copayment is. This is a two-way interactive virtual doctor visit. So if you have a camera, or a PC or a laptop computer with a camera, if you have an iPhone, an iPad, you can do this. You can log on, enter some basic information, and have a virtual visit with a doctor. They can prescribe medication. They can see you. These doctors are certified by us. They're fully accredited in the markets and on the areas of coverage where they practice. They can prescribe medication. We had a situation recently where a coworker was driving to a vacation spot and her husband developed some kind of an illness in the car. They got to the hotel. They logged on their iPad, had their virtual visit with the doctor, sent the medication to the drugstore across the street from the hotel, and resolved the whole matter within an hour or so. That's the kind of thing that you can do with this technology. If you need any additional information about anything I've said, or help with anything, or help with using any of these things to help build chamber membership, please contact NOACC, contact our office, or contact your individual agent or broker. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Don. Oh, take my, wait, come back. You got my paperwork. I won't know what to say. Thank you. All right, thanks, Don. And the Anthem flyers have been updated, by the way, and they were out on the main table outside. So grab a packet, or if you want more, there's like 50 in each packet. So some chambers, well, almost all the chambers I know, put them in their membership packets and orientation material for every member, but it's really good because it really adds to the value of your chamber for people to understand that they have this Anthem product. And it, like Don said, we thought there would be a decline, but it's actually been relatively stable. There's a little bit off, but we're getting some of the bigger groups back in, which is kind of nice. So, oh no, Don, you did take my paperwork. This is something else. Don, hand me back my working agenda. We're going to be talking about Benefits One group next, and Peter Young is going to come up and say a few words.
Sorry, Vicki.
That's okay. Thanks, Don. I was going to start reading from last October. You don't want to go through that. As I mentioned before, those funds will be distributed soon, but if you have something else that comes up in the meantime, let us know. If we can make these things happen with the Anthem program funding dollars, we will. Okay, workers' comp group rating program with Benefits One offers your members another opportunity to save dollars on their workers' comp premiums because of their chamber membership. It also generates our revenue back to the chamber, which is very important to everybody in the room. You can earn more revenue because there's penalty-rated groups, there's unemployment compensation, consultation. And Peter, would you like to come up and say a few words? Where'd Peter go? There he is. Ah. You snuck up on me.
Thank you. I'll try not to get too close to this. I'm still fighting a spring whatever I have in my system here. Happy spring, I think. Thank you, Vicki. Although I'm not sure this morning or yesterday when I know I had snow on the ground that it was feeling too spring-like. But springtime in our wonderful workers' comp system in Ohio is now more important than ever. Normally, this time of year is pretty quiet for what we do, but the state of Ohio is making a lot of changes that are really important for you and your members to know about. The state of Ohio, starting July 1st, is going to change the way everyone pays premiums. Everybody may be, if you have a business yourself or if your members know about this, they've normally paid in the past twice a year in the summer and in the winter. Now everybody starting July 1 is being, I guess I hate to say the word, but forced to pay 6 times a year in advance, so every other month the new system starts. The penalties for missing out on that are significant. Right now, the state of Ohio is about to give every employer in Ohio 8 months of no premiums, which is a great way. By the way, if you're not aware of this, if your members or you as a business owner aren't budgeting correctly for that, please know that from January 1st to the end of July, you're not going to owe a thing to the state of Ohio for premiums. So please budget for that. However, to get that, you've got to use their new system. So make sure that you follow the new rules. I've met with a number of chambers. I'm willing to come out and talk. The Bureau has been coming out to talk, God bless them. They're coming out too early, in my opinion, because the stuff hits the fan at the end of May. And I don't know about you, but probably workers' comp falls to the bottom of your list of things to do if it's not in season. But when June 1st rolls around, people are going to start getting stuff in the mail. They're not ready. They may not know what it is. They may not even pay attention to it. And it could cause a lot of trouble if you lose 8 months of premium by not taking care of it. Then the new model kicks in, and paying 6 times a year may be great from a cash flow perspective, but you probably aren't used to that. And if you miss payments, you become what's called lapse, and you don't have insurance, and then you get a claim, and you actually owe all of the claim. There's no insurance. So lots of little strange things that you may not be aware of. Please call us. I put stuff out on the tables that look like this. You're welcome to give me a call. I am coming out to speak at a number of chamber meetings to do education, hopefully at a much timelier basis. I'd like to come out in June when the information will have just come out to your members and come out and talk about how it's going to work. The group rating season, going back to what Vicki mentioned, yes, we like to save people money just like everybody else. That season is now the end of November. That happened this past year. That's different because normally that's a January, February project. So again, lots of stuff is coming out to you and your members now that you're not used to and you're not looking for it and you forget about it. So that's important to do. We are trying really hard to offer the best, most advanced, and largest group options for employers. We've been working very hard to create different options. Vicki mentioned that if you've got claims that have kept you out of what everybody loves called group rating, there is a penalty-rated group program that's also out there, plus some other options. You also may not be aware that in the state of Ohio, because they have so much money of ours, billions more than they need, last year they gave everybody back a significant rebate check. They're talking about doing that in 2016, but they have some other grant programs, grants for safety equipment, grants for wellness programs, grants for some return to work programs. These are extra dollars that can come back to your employers that we can help you navigate, understand how they work. So please consider taking advantage of those. And then they have other rebate programs. So they're giving back these billions slowly but surely, and I think they may be continuing to give back more. We think they're down to about $6 billion more than they need. So look for more money coming back, hopefully. If the stock market keeps doing well, the Bureau will keep doing well, and they're mandated to give it back. So we'd be happy to help you folks get that money. Let us know. We are ready to help you folks get your employers free quotes for these different programs, etc. Just give us a call. You can find us through NOACC's website. You can link directly to us through there or to ours. So thank you, Vicki. Thank you, everybody. Yes?
Will the new billing, will that change group as far as like if somebody misses a payment, will that?
It can. And next year, if you don't, because what they're going to do is project what you're going to pay, and then you have to actualize it in another year. And if you forget to do that, they'll remove you for that this year and the next one. Just fun stuff. So please, happy to help you understand how it's going to work. As I said, the Bureau is out talking. That's great. It's just they're doing it now, and I think that's too early. So we're happy to come out in June when it, as I say, it really starts to make a difference. So thanks, Vicki.
Call Peter with any question you have. He's happy to help. It's such a complicated subject. We could be here all day with just this, but it is important for your members because it really helps them. So pay attention to what you can do for them. The FedEx program, by partnership, is still a great It's still a great opportunity to promote a national brand like Anthem and immediate savings for your members. Businesses save costs on shipping large and small packages and even truckloads. Your members can use this program for just one shipment at one time ever, or they can do truckloads. But your chamber needs to sign the agreement to participate in the revenue generation. So they save money and you make money. And Alex, would you like to say a word or two about it? Just introduce yourself. The whole team at Partnership is really great. I get a lot of chambers will ask questions about this for their members. It's very seamless. That's the good news. Your people are using FedEx. I keep on hearing this, and they can seamlessly get into this program and perhaps save some money, and they'll let them know if they can or not. So thank you again for coming, Leah. All right, our newest extra value vendor program vendor is here today. I'm really excited to have them here because people have been asking about this for a couple of years now. Energy aggregation has become a real hot topic. Many chambers are engaged in this. This gives you an absolutely outstanding way to participate. I'm really, really excited to work with them. They do both electric and gas aggregation, and Jennifer Taylor is here today and is going to tell you just a little bit about it because you can also generate revenue. And from projections we're seeing, some chambers are going to make more money than they know what to do with, right? Yes. Come on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, honey. I won't take your notes, I promise. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, well, there's some faces I know and some I'm just meeting, so I'm so excited. I'm Jennifer Taylor. I'm from Community Energy Advisors, and I am the energy liaison for the chamber. So one of the benefits that really separate our chamber program from some other maybe energy programs, because I know you all get phone calls. Trust me, I know. There's a lot of actually benefits that we offer that they don't. One of the greatest things about our company is that we're not linked to one particular supplier. So I'm not going to broker just one particular supplier, which is, they're okay, don't get me wrong, but they're just going to give you what they have, what's a good price for them. We cast a very large net, so we work on behalf of the chamber members, the client, not for the supplier. So we'll cast a very large net, and we actually ask them to all place a bid and to bid for the business of all the small, medium-sized businesses in your chamber. That's very different. So we're not going to go through and cherry pick and just get, you know, a couple big companies out of your chamber and say, great, and then leave town, right? So this really is a benefit for all size businesses, finally. So even the small guy is now able, from our program, because we leverage the buying power to have prices that they would never, ever be able to get any other time. So we are actually seeing an average of over 22% of a savings for each of the chamber members. And if you're a small business, that's a lot of money. And you know, we're there to educate them as well. So we do a lot of education seminars, and I'm the liaison. So if they have questions, they don't have to go to you and ask you about what's going on in energy, right? That's my job. So I'm going to be going to everybody's chamber events, popping my head in. My phone is always on. They can reach out and ask me any questions they want. They love to ask me questions about their house. That's fine. I'll answer those as well too, right? Because that's my job. So we have a great time in order to really provide a revenue back to the chamber, because your goal is to help other members and other businesses to thrive and grow. So that's one of the reasons why we do a contribution back, right? It's a very cyclical event. So we want to really help everybody the best that we can. What else can I tell you about the month? We do have monthly enrollments, which is great. So a lot of times companies are in a contract already with maybe a gas supplier, electric supplier, and they think, oh darn, you know, I got to wait, or I can't take advantage of the benefit. It's every single month that we have an open enrollment, and we do a lot of marketing on your behalf. So we will send them information, our phone numbers. We have a website that's very easy to use, 3 steps and they're done. Done. Sayonara. Even if they have questions, they can still ask me and I'll do it for them online, right? So it's very user-friendly. And the great thing is, on the administrative side, you guys have very little to do. Very, very little. I might ask you to like send me a logo and put it up on our website and do a couple things, and want to know when your marketing is so I can help participate and maybe contribute some good, viable information to your newsletter. But other than that, pretty much I'm going to do all the work. So that's kind of nice too, right? I don't have to ask you to do more work. And I'm not really sure. I think that's pretty much about it, I guess. So if you guys have any questions, we have a booth and information. And if anybody else hasn't signed up with us today, feel free. We can get that done for you today as well. Okay? Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer. Again, if you don't have a program, or if you want to add another program, this is a great way to do it. We are really pleased to do this. The other NOACC benefits: office supplies, credit card, payroll processing, wellness programs, and especially, you'll hear more from them, the Save Local Now integrated digital marketing program, have all been designed to help your members and your chamber with member attraction and retention. That was NOACC's goal from day one. It was always to bring more members to your chamber and then hopefully generate revenue through the membership dues and other revenue streams. So we're always working on that. But you must be proactive. Being here is a good start to make these successful, and we'll help as much as we can. All of these vendors are more than willing to come and talk at your chamber, and I think it's important for you to offer them, because your members don't know all the good stuff they have available to them. Many times they don't. I know they don't always understand what a chamber does for them, but you know, this is a way for you to show them. So the information on all these programs, marketing materials, forms, ads, they're always available as a download on the NOACC website, again, to help you make your chamber membership more valuable. Also, get testimonials. I'm always telling people to do this. We don't do it enough. I don't do it enough. ask for people to tell you why they like the chamber, why they like the programs. Do these things, put them on your website. And also available today is our brand new, you all received or should have, a little packet of the NOACC brochure, the Business is Better brochure. That is a partnership brochure. It's a way to promote your chamber and the NOACC membership. I have some chambers that put that brochure into their annual renewal invoices, which it's a great way for them to show themselves off by saying we're connected to this bigger thing, this purchasing power of NOACC. And it also shows that the chambers work together. So I think it's a great piece for you to utilize. And Jerry, again, thank you for putting that all together. Jerry Vespoli, our in-house marketing person and NOACC chairperson. She was the marketing guru in that. Anyway, it's a great way to promote your chamber membership. And I think I am finished now. So I am turning it back to, come on, Tony. You come back up here. Thank you all for everything and for coming up and helping me do my job. Feel free to call if one of us can make a presentation. If I can, Tony will, I know, come to your chamber and talk about this partnership, this NOACC benefit. All right, thanks.
I'm just going to back up real quick to the workers' compensation and benefits one. If you help one of your members not miss a payment, do what they're supposed to do, you basically are going to have a member for life. And that really goes for all of our value-added benefits that we offer. So I know it takes a lot of time to kind of get that involved with some of your members, but if you've got a really good member that is spending a lot of money on workers' compensation, on FedEx, whatever it is, really, if you take the time to get involved with their business, those dividends are going to pay back to you tenfold because they're going to recommend you, they're going to talk you up, and everybody in the community is going to know how you help them save anywhere from $500 to $5,000. And it's basically you're taking that thorn out of the proverbial foot of a member. So really take the time to get involved, try to find out, ask the questions. And I know, again, like Vicki said, there's a lot of you that are either working on a volunteer basis or have very little to no staff that helps you do that. So, but it can pay dividends for you. And with that, I guess we'll move on. It's my honor to introduce Keith from Save Local Now, who's going to give a second annual presentation to the NOACC semi-annual spring meeting here. So why don't you come on up, Keith?
My name is Keith Latour, Save Local Now. How are you? I'm actually happy to be here today. It was a question of whether or not I would. My wife actually is pregnant with our fourth child, and she's due on Monday. So if I get a call and start darting for the door, just let me know, or I'll, that's so you know. And I also have 3 girls, which is, the reason for the pink pants. So, yeah. So we'll see. We don't know yet. Maybe boy, maybe girl. We'll see. So, and I'm going to make it difficult on you to keep up with me because I like to pace around a little bit. So, anyways, talk about Save Local Now. Real quick, we launched Save Local Now 3 years ago as a chamber-exclusive program, not only with NOACC but across the country to help chambers add members, retain members, and create non-dues revenue. Okay, those are the 3 promises that we deliver on for every single one of the chambers that we serve. And how we do that is by giving a easy-to-use digital marketing platform that every single business can do. The biggest pain point right now for small business is how to navigate the digital world. How do I use social media? How do I get my digital presence out there in order that people can find me more easily? Because where do we live right now? In a digital world that everyone's got a computer in their pocket and that's where they look. We're going to show you some examples about how we deliver on that, just in a very small sense, but I want to really refresh everybody's memory here of what Save Local Now is and what we do for your business, and we have some people that are going to share some testimonials, some existing partners of us. We've got 45 chambers in NOACC that have launched so far. We're going to show you some success numbers there, but nationwide, Save Local Now has grown. We have over 60,000 businesses on our platform right now. We're in 25 states, and we're partnered with almost 200 chambers of commerce nationwide. So we're growing because we're actually delivering on our promise to chambers and to the businesses that we serve. So real quick, I want to do a quick overview. What it starts with Save Local Now is really 10 member benefits that you are able to deliver to your members. It starts with a live member directory, real-time member directory that allows people to find your business. At a bare minimum, every single business on Save Local Now through your chamber benefits from this the member directory, essentially creating their business profile, updating information about them. From there, they can create deals and events. No charge, no cost, nothing for Groupon. No charge to you, no charge to the business. They can create content that gets distributed throughout our platform, through your chamber website, and also through our mobile app on iOS and Android. So the web widget, as I mentioned, has integrated a couple lines of code into your website. We'll show some examples of that. The SLN blog allows you to get, and you and your members to get tremendous content about what's going on in the digital world so that we can educate them about what they should be doing. How often do you think you should post to Facebook? Anybody having a guess? If you're a local business? Every day? 4 times a day. This is what we're trying to educate with our local businesses right now, is they don't know the answers to those questions. So again, we provide the content to show them that, you know, when should you post to Facebook? So it's 4 times a day, but there's certain hours that you're supposed to post to Facebook. So this is what our team, Carrie right here is the head of marketing communications for Save Local Now, really worked with our businesses when we train them on how to effectively use social media to promote their brand and their business. So mobile app, we talked about, savelocalnow.com. Email marketing, free email marketing, whether you use Constant Contact, Exact Target, or anything else, you can do the same thing through Save Local Now. It's a scaled down, very effective, quick version to do email marketing. Our open rates through email marketing are over 45% across the board when people use our email marketing platform to do it. Search engine optimization is a big one. We'll show you an example later. But most importantly, we give them real-time analytics. What is happening? What happens when I do create content? How many people see me and where do they see me? We're able to show them where they looked at it on an iPhone, on an Android, on a mobile web. All that stuff, they're able to see the actual results. So this is just an overview of the platform. Everything that we do, we become really the technology and marketing partner, digital marketing partner for you as a Chamber of Commerce. And we work hand in hand with you to make you successful to get businesses logged on. And what happens once we get a couple businesses, it becomes 10 businesses, it becomes 20 businesses, and it becomes a big percentage of your chamber using this content, or using our platform to promote not only them, but also your chamber as a digital marketing kind of superhero. So kind of overall statistics, just to put things in perspective. If you look at December, over 378,000 impressions on Save Local Now. Now in March, 834. So with 45 chambers, we haven't added a lot of chambers in the last couple months. These numbers are continuing to grow just from the chambers that are continuing to use Save Local Now. So again, you can see that great growth. Steady increase of 10 to 12% per month in engagement, which means businesses logging on, using our platform to engage with consumers. Ultimately, we intend to drive business to those businesses, and that's how we do it. So things are going very well. Keys to the success. For those chambers that have launched and the ones that are thinking about it, we try and make things super easy for you to understand and make it to really whittle it down to what you absolutely need to do. We know you're busy. We know you have you're getting pulled in a lot of different directions, but we want to help you and give it that value that continues to create value that you don't have to manage it because your businesses do it for themselves. But utilize the SLN monthly marketing plan. You all get an email from us each month that says, here's everything. It includes newsletter content, social media posts, basically cover photos, everything that you... promotional images, all of that we create for you and distribute to you so that all you have to do is basically cut and paste. Drop it into your newsletter, all that stuff. Post chamber events and promos on SLL. Just share it to social. If you use it, your business will as well. If you don't, that doesn't show a lot of positive reinforcement, so they say, oh, well, my chamber's not using it, I'm not going to use it. So again, we got to show that positive reinforcement. Takeover group training. We do training. We train between 50 to 200 businesses a week on Save Local Now, and there's set scheduled times. But you could do a takeover training. We do this with a number of our chambers. We actually train them in groups, right? We sit down and we answer their questions. How do I do this? What do I do this? What's a good promotion? Is 5 cents off $50 a good promotion? No, it's not. You wonder why you're not getting any traffic to your business when you're offering that kind of deal? That's why. You have to make it exciting. And the beautiful thing about Save Local Now, you can put that deal up for a day, a week, a month, a year. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can schedule it and set it and forget it, and then see how it performs. Promote SLN to the members in the community and become part of that dialogue. When you're talking about, one of the things that we've really made a push to our chambers is getting on our member benefits page. You're offering this benefit for free to your chamber partners or your chamber members. They should know about it and be able to express it in that dialogue to say, I have Save Local Now. This will allow you to control your digital footprint, and it's free to you. And you can do it. You don't have to go pay as search engine optimization experts. You don't have to go pay a marketing expert. You can use our platform to do it for you. So we're going to show you an example from Lima Allen, one of the NOACC chambers who launched with us very early, just to give you an example of their experience with us. Yes, so here's a perfect example. And Cindy, and I don't want to steal your thunder here, but Cindy was actually talking to Save Local Now before we launched with NOACC. And she said, this is really cool, we want to do this, let's get going. Then we formed the partnership with NOACC. She goes, even better, I get it for free. And then what happened? Didn't really do anything with it. We kept calling and we said, Cindy, come on, help us. You know, let's get engaged. We want to make Beechwood an example. She said, okay, I'll get to it. So we had a meeting about a month ago. She came in, she's like, I'm doing this. And I'm going to prove to myself that I can make this thing work. So I'm going to let her share the example of working hand in hand with Carrie to some of the success that she's been able to create with Save Local Now.
I don't have a booming voice, so I'm going to
There you go.
Well, good morning. I'm Cindy Caldwell with the Beechwood Chamber. I have been with them since September of 2013. We launched Save Local Now, right, when was that? April of last year. So I am not the poster child. I was very bad. I did not do a whole lot with Save Local Now. I am here, I admit that, because I really thought it was going to be a lot of work. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a lot of time. And so I thought, okay, it was great and all that. Can we get in the video again? But so, we decided, at this point, NOACC made an investment in us. They pay for that. So I want to make sure that we're utilizing it to the best that we can. So we thought, you know what, we're all in. All in is our Cleveland motto these days. So we decided, we're going to go back in. We're going to really put an effort in and do this program. And as far as it being hard, I was extremely wrong. It is the easiest program to definitely promote. We instituted a relaunch. Has it been maybe not even a month yet? I don't think so. So we did a group training, like Keith was talking about. We had invited a few select people that had already signed on, had them come back in, had them do some training. It worked really, really well. We actually are scheduling another one. It's something I would love to do monthly if we could, invite our new members and things to come in, because for me to talk to them about it, they just kind of, okay, whatever. But to hear from Carrie, it's a whole new ballgame. Some of the ways that we market the program, we're going through a complete website relaunch. So I'm going to have the new widget put on the new website. It's not right now, but it will be. We do an e-blast newsletter every week on Mondays. So I have a dedicated section to Save Local Now. They have all of the newsletter articles already done. All you have to do is copy it, put it into your newsletter. It's amazing. Excuse me. The social media, I don't know about any of you. I am social media challenged. I'm not that great at it. But I am really, really learning. And Carrie introduced us to a program called Hootsuite. Does everyone know, anybody hear of Hootsuite? I had never heard of it before. It is a godsend. You can pick whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. You can sit down for a minute and put all your posts, and you can schedule them to go out whenever you like. I think I didn't use so much social media because I can't sit down and do it 4 times a day on Facebook. We just don't have that kind of time. But if you can sit down, I can dedicate an hour every month, put all the posts in, and it goes out 3-4 times a day. So that is amazing. And what's really nice is when you put it out on Facebook and Twitter and things like that, Carrie will find it and they will favor it or retweet it or, however that works. But she knows how to do that. But some of the things that just in the few short weeks that we have done the relaunch are claimed businesses, meaning they go through the training and they accept and do their listing, grew by 53%. In just basically 3-4 weeks. Our social media traffic has grown by 20%. I should put my glasses on. Our logins grew by 267%, and our post creation grew by even more than 300%. So these are, even to look at it, I'm so proud of our chamber and what we've done. Our impressions, our page views and hovers and clicks, and everything has grown. I even got my picture. So the trainings are important. The materials that they provide for us they're just great. Everything is customized. It has your logo on it. And it all is just, we put it in our new member packets. And we give it out. I talk about it at luncheon. So everyone in my chamber, they've heard of Save Local Now. Now I'm trying to get them to sign in and use it and things like that. And that even comes from emails from me. I might pick 20, 30 of them at a time, and I'll personally send them an email. Hey, we have this program. I see you haven't logged on. Here's your login. Go ahead and do that. The members that we have that are using it, they love it because first and foremost, it's free. It's free marketing, and they absolutely love that. It is very easy to use. The chamber, we cross-promote the listings that they put on. And like I said, Carrie will go in and favor or retweet the posts and things like that. But I think the most important thing for us is it comes with amazing customer service. I can send Carrie an email, 6 in the morning, 8 at night. She's there, and she will respond to me. Not that she's there just for me, but it feels like it. They're just really, really wonderful, and they work really well with us. So I'm obviously I'm so proud of where we've come with it, and we just have miles to go. I'm proud of it. Obviously, I'm wearing the green shirt today in support. So if you have any questions or want to know, from a chamber level how the program works, feel free to ask me.
Thanks, Cindy. Again, I was here last year. We had a lot of excitement about the program, and we're delivering on that. And to hear it from Cindy for a perfect example, because again, it is one of those things. I know how you guys sit. We work with chambers across the country. I don't have the time, the energy to be able to make this commitment right now. We try to make it really easy. Really, the next steps. This is what we need from you to get started. Is really an Excel spreadsheet of your current membership, a logo, and to sign up for launch. And when I say we do the rest, what we do is basically walk you through a very controlled process that says we're going to schedule the group trainings, we're going to get these certain members. We know which verticals to target, meaning verticals, is it food and drink, restaurants, services, home, everything. We help you pick those businesses to determine which ones are going to latch on, because once we get those businesses latched on, then other businesses will see it. So we launch with a group of champions and then push it out. But it's really, this is how easy it is to start, and then we just build from there. And we walk you through the process. Carrie, her department, we'll hold your hand all the way through it and make you successful. We've committed to NOACC. NOACC's committed money to us, a lot of money to us, to help push this program out. And the goal here is, one, to get new members. We've done that. Last year alone, polling all of our chambers, we added over 1,000 new members across the country for chambers of commerce. Okay, retention, especially first-year retention. We don't have hard stats on this, but everybody that we talked to has said that is a big challenge. You guys have issues with first-year retention? Anybody? No? First-year retention. They come in, even a pizza place, service. There's one that small business that says, "Hey, I'm joining the chamber. I'm going to get the ribbon cutting, the networking event, the announcement, the press release, right?" And then they don't come to any events because they're working, they're making pizzas or God knows what, and they come back a year later and say, "Am I going to send this check?" So what we do is give them a tool that every single day, every single week, they can go in and see the benefit, even if they do nothing. If they don't do anything, the information is up there and people can find them. So again, we make it super easy. We encourage every single one of you to get with Carrie, myself. You'll be getting other emails from the NOACC team and from us asking you to come on board. As we continue to build throughout NOACC, the opportunities for very interesting partnerships are already happening. So a couple things that we just recently introduced. You may have seen it if you received the email from us, from Hot Cards, for example. They're a Cleveland company that offers really great discounts on printing services through Save Local Now. So again, your members can take advantage of it. And we got asked by 5 chambers from NOACC said, "Oh my God, you promoted Hot Cards." They said, "Well, they're an exclusive partner." And they said, "Well, how do I get that spot on that email? Or how does my member get that spot?" We said, "It's available. Any one of your members can advertise and generate non-dues revenue back to the Chamber of Commerce." So Hot Cards. The other big one, iHeartRadio. We just got permission from iHeartRadio to become an exclusive partner, not only here in Northeast Ohio, but nationwide. We now can offer radio advertising. So we can offer not only digital, but print, and also radio advertising at a discount to every single chamber or business. So this is a big deal. iHeartRadio doesn't partner with anybody. And we worked very hard for a number of months to get there. So some interesting stuff there. So anyways, just want to let you, yes? Depends on the market. Our iHeartRadio actually went through every single market that we work in and actually set the rates based on 15s, 30s, different spots and different run times, whether it be 2 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever the case may be. So if you're interested, all you got to do is give us a call or talk to Carrie, and we can get you the specific information for your market. We have a ton of testimonials. We have most recently a Cafe Mosaic, I believe, and where were they at?
No, it's the Mustard Seed Cafe.
Oh, Mustard Seed Cafe in Amelia Island, 77 new customers in 30 days. They attribute it all to Save Local Now. Safeway Tire in Chagrin Falls had 15 new customers in 2 weeks after posting repeatedly. We have constant success stories, but again, it's about following the appropriate behaviors. And these are not behaviors that Save Local Now is trying to say, you need to do this because of Save Local Now. This is what you need to do to effectively digital market. We just make it easy. So if they do what we ask them to do, and that's our job, is to get them to do that with you reinforcing that, we will get them to do it, and they will see that success, and that's what continues. And so how do they find us? How do consumers find us is one of the examples that we wanted to show you. So what we're at, so a business, we don't know a business any better, the businesses themselves know the business better than anyone else. What we do is make it really easy for them to create the content. So they enter a picture, a title, a description, and then once they do that, it's live to savelocalnow.com, on the Chamber website, on our apps, and then they can now push that to social media. So Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff, all in one easy click with integrated maps and everything else. So we just make it easy. The content is coming from the business. We help them shape the content. Because if we see not so great deals, or we'll pick up the phone and call the business and say, you know what, this is great, but you could be better, And we look at things across the country. So we look at peer groups across the country and say, okay, this is working here, so you can do this because you're a barber shop or a pizza shop or a particular restaurant or beauty or spa location. So we provide a lot of that intel, and you'll see that in all of our blog content that we kind of distribute that back out. So. Yeah. So, for example, how do people find us? This is one of the things that's super important, and I want to touch on because it's kind of relevant, particularly with what Google changed in this past couple weeks. Search, right? We live in a search economy. How many people have Googled something in the last, today already? Probably most people in this room, right? So when you Google something, you type in what you're looking for and where you're looking for it. We know this because that's our job. For example, if you look at Lorain County. Oh boy.
I'm going to take that off my computer. It's my fault. I don't realize what's going to happen here.
All right. Well, let me talk about Google. So anybody know what happened with Google in the last couple of weeks or what they changed? Mobile optimization? Yeah. So what does this mean? Sites that are not mobilely optimized, which to be honest is probably most of the businesses in your Chamber of Commerce, because they just haven't gotten there yet, because some don't even have websites, honestly, they're getting essentially penalized by Google. Google is not going to rank them higher if their site is not mobilely optimized. Everything on Save Local Now is mobilely optimized, okay? We knew this was coming, and we designed everything mobile responsive. So no matter what device you're on, Save Local Now will fit that device and display the content from your businesses in that format. So again, when you talk about search, we live in a search economy. 60% of the traffic nationwide comes through Google, Bing, Yahoo. Meaning people are typing in a search term, whether it be copiers, beauty and spa, food, drink, local deals, for example, and they're finding Save Local Now, and it brings them into the Chamber. We're a conduit. We're not a destination. We want to put Save Local Now out there to come in to find your businesses. So when we type in local deals Rocky River, it's like every time I turn around, that thing pops up. For example, local deals Rocky River. Liz isn't with us today, but if you could see, number one, Groupon. Yeah, Groupon's been out there a long time. Who's number two? Save Local Now. This is where people find us. People get past the first page of Google most often. Do you guys go past the first page of Google? Unless you're searching for your own name, just trying to find anything that might come up from the past. You never know. But maybe that's just me. But when you type in local deals, copiers, when these businesses create the content, we know how Google reads. So when they enter their business profile, they enter the title, the description, the keywords, the categories, all that stuff, we know how Google reads that, and then we're able to distribute it back to Google and Bing and all that stuff. And the cool thing about it is they love our content because it's fresh and relevant, and it's coming and it's constantly updating. So all of this stuff gets pushed up, and there's an example we always like to use, Copiers Fond du Lac. We have a client in Wisconsin. Al Keitzman's his name. Great guy. He spent a ton of time, did our group trainings, getting a ton of traffic. He entered all these keywords about copiers. We now outrank him on Google if you type in copiers. So that's the kind of thing that we can do, and that's not a bad thing. It's just another place to find Al's business. So we're just bolstering the ability for those people to find the business. I swear it's when I turn around. Local deals, Lorain County, again, same thing. If you look at this, boom, Lorain County Chamber. We've actually helped Tony, because of the widget, take the Chamber of Commerce website to #2 for local deals in Lorain County. That's what we do. So that search engine optimization that you're doing that you may be paying for, great. I'm not disrespecting anybody out there. I'm simply saying that we're doing this behind the scenes, and it doesn't take a ton of content to do this. Tony admittedly will say we're going through a re-engagement with Tony as well, but doesn't take a lot of content because we've already got that and we're pushing it. So again, I'm sorry to kind of babble on here, but we get this opportunity once a year to kind of tell you guys, hey, here's where we are, here's what we've done, here's what's been successful, we're here to work with you, and we have wonderful testimonials from Cindy about what we help you do. All we ask is for the opportunity to help you do it. And again, we'll have that dialogue, and our job is to make you successful. Not only to get you new members and improve retention, but also start this non-dues revenue. And we're getting a ton of interest from this market area because people want to reach not only the businesses, but the consuming public that we're reaching. So there's a lot of national advertisers that are talking to us right now. But what we want to do is get all these NOACC chambers on here and start pushing that through and pushing it down to you. So I thank you guys so much for your time. If you want to stick around, I don't know what the rest of the agenda for the meeting is. Is it over? Oh, okay, perfect. All right, no, as I said, we're going to do, Carrie and I will both be here, so if you guys want to do an actual live demo, I'm not going to do it because I want the meeting to move on, but if you guys want to stick around and we'll show you kind of how this all works and how this content creation piece works and everything else, we're happy to do that. So just grab us, we'll be here, and thank you guys so much for your time. We appreciate the partnership. Yep. So one, we talk about content creation. There's no guarantee that someone's going to find you anywhere, right? Until you create content that you then distribute. So you have to distribute through social media, just like you would do anything else. We just make it easy. But then when you search, and it's not up there anymore, at least the internet broken sign didn't come up this time, Google search. So we search. Everybody does it. 60% of our traffic comes from that, meaning when they type in local deals or they type in, Lorain County Chamber of Commerce or Copiers Lorain, however they search, Save Local Now is on that first page of Google. That's what we attempt to do with every single search term. But it starts with your businesses creating that content that we can then feed into that system to create it. So, yeah. But as I said, our traffic increased month over month, almost 175% every single month. People continue to find us, and businesses, when they do create content, all of a sudden it just continues to churn because Google likes it because it's fresh, relevant content. It's not stuff that's been sitting out there, like a website maybe that one of your business members hasn't touched for 2 years, or a Facebook post they posted 6 months ago. So that's how they find us, and more importantly, they also can reach into their existing customer base with our email marketing platform. So they can create lists that, if you're a pizza shop and these guys like pepperoni, you can create the pepperoni list and send them an email through our platform. And then they become familiar with Save Local Now and then can find us on the app and all that stuff. So, does that answer your question? Perfect. Thank you. Anybody else? Sorry, Vicki. I'm done now. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Keith. I have to say that out of all the years that I've attended one of these meetings, that's the most participation we've had from the group. It's great to see. Obviously, we've touched on something that means a lot to our members, our chamber members, as well as what it'll mean to their members that belong to their chambers too. So if you're not on board, please get on board. If you've got it and it's basically the gym membership that you signed up for and you never go to, we want to get you relaunched. Exactly. We want to get you relaunched so you take advantage of it, and the dollars that NOACC is spending on your behalf are not going to waste. One of the other things that we did a couple of weeks ago, hopefully you participated, we had about 50 of our chambers participate in the questionnaire, the Survey Monkey that went out from Vicki. And am I supposed to? Okay, or you don't have a slide for that yet. That's okay. We had about 50 of our members actually participate, which was great feedback. If you didn't participate, are they still able to, it's still open, so if you do participate, you'll get access to all of the information that was on there. And I found some of the answers fascinating, and I didn't realize that nearly 25%, at least based upon the survey size, of our chambers are volunteer only, at least the ones that did fill out. And it's a great way to see how many chambers are less than 100, how many fall between the 100 to 250, how many are over 25 years old, how many are over 50 years old, what your budgets are as far as income goes. There's a lot of information for you to be able to kind of see how you stack up with the other chambers, not only just in your area, but in the NOACC world too. So there's some great information. Please take the time to fill that out. I think the more people that do participate in it, the better off you are. For whatever reason, there were several people who did everything but put their name in. So if you don't put your name in, you're not going to get access to the information. So I kind of found that sort of silly. I'm not quite sure why you would do that. But obviously, if you do participate the whole way through, there's some great information in there, and you should be able to take it to your advantage. I do have a copy of it if anybody wants to take a look at it to see how it might benefit you and your chamber, just to kind of see what's going on with your peers out there. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Jerry Vespoli, who's going to do a power idea networking for everybody while we're here too. I know some people have to leave, so I'm just going to make a couple of quick ending announcements here real quick while you guys are still networking. Chamber Night at the Indians, we're going to be doing that again. Stay tuned for that information. With the changes over at Progressive Field, we're not sure if where we're going to wind up, but we do plan on doing that. Also, the Bright Stars event, October 29th. It's going to be at Windows on the River and Nautica in Cleveland. It's going to include a trip into the aquarium as well. So again, information on that will be going out soon. Thank you to New Image Media and Matt. You're going to have a lot of editing to do, Matt. Thank you to Kalahari Resorts. Be careful driving home, and plan on attending the board meeting in October 2015. Continue to network as you're doing. And remember, if you didn't grab a piggy bank from University Hospitals, make sure you do. Thank you.